Hi, everyone. My name is Ashman, and welcome to Common Ground, a place where we can learn about everyday lives across the globe and discuss misconceptions. So, let's start. What is your name? How old are you? And where are you from?
I'm Alex. I am 27 years old and I'm from Italy.
Nice. Lovely to meet you, Alex. So, walk us through a day in your life in Italy. What does a regular weekday look like for you?
Well, I usually wake up at 5 a.m. and then have a really quite long breakfast because well, when I get up, I dress, I wash myself a bit, then have a breakfast from 5:30 to, and then I go to work at 6:20. And then I arrive at work at 7 and finish. I have a one hour lunch break at midday, and then I finish work at 4 p.m.
That sounds like a pretty busy day. You do wake up pretty early, so I guess that is a really good habit to have. So, yeah. So what does the school system look like in Italy?
um, okay, we have mandatory schools from 6 years old to until 16, I think. But most people just have school until 19 years old, um, because mm, you have to have the diploma for to have a nice workup, because no one wants you if you finish school at 16 usually.
Yeah. So does that make it, do you think that puts pressure on students to do well? Like, does it add extra pressure during their teenage years?
Uh, I wouldn't say so. You just have to finish it, okay? It's the thing is that it's not difficult to finish school, okay? So you don't need that much effort, okay? Well, it depends also on the parents, because a lot of parents thinks that you must study and go to uni to have a good income and to do well in life. But it's not like that in in all families.
Hmm.
Um, so the important thing is to finish school, and then I would say a lot of families, but not every family, um, puts pressure to choose a university and go to university. Some families also want wants to choose the courses, which courses you're gonna do, and so there is a bit of conflict in choosing university with families. But it depends a lot on the family and such.
Okay, interesting. So it's not necessarily like everyone doesn't necessarily feel that pressure, but it goes depends from person to person and family to family.
Exactly.
Okay. So, to add on that, what are some ideal careers that Italian students strive for? Like those who do pursue that educational path, what are the careers that a lot of them like want to do after they graduate?
uh it varies a lot. I think it I don't know, we have many careers. We have a lot of humanistic careers. Mm, but I mean, culture is a strong it's very strong in Italy. You know that we tell ourselves that we are the Romans and we have a lot of Latin literature and such. So I think that I a lot of people like that field. Also, generally, people that are not good in math don't even think to go to a STEM university. So if you are not good at math, you probably go study Italian literature or philosophy or political sciences, um, and then another branch is technical university, engineering, chemistry, physics, and such. I am graduated in chemistry, so
Mm.
I can see better that field, but it 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 varies a lot. It's mixed. We have a lot of courses in a lot of cities, so yeah.
Mhm. So you would say that, like, given like all the history with Italy from all the way to the Roman era, you think that plays a role in kind of like the way people feel about Italy and the things they pursue here?
Um, Probably I really don't know how are the things in other countries,
Hmm.
but I think this is an important thing in our culture. There are a couple of high schools that still teaches Latin and Greek, and so yes, it is a bit special probably in our country in particular.
Yeah, that's definitely something unique, especially in the United States. I feel like most schools are pretty traditional with what they teach. Like I know like some like at least my school has like an option to learn Latin, but and like European history. I took European history, but that's kind of like I think the extent to which most schools will have it. So I think that's something cool that a lot of the Italian schools like have like those connections back to like their roots.
Mhm.
So what are some common things that you've seen people in Italy do for leisure and fun?
For what?
For
Can you repeat?
leisure, for for
Ah,
leisure
okay.
and for fun, yeah.
Um, a lot of people. It depends a lot on the age, because younger people uh, usually do a lot of sports. Um, Here, it's parents usually subscribe the kids to soccer lesson, and a huge people of a huge part of Italians uh, can play football, soccer, and yeah, especially males. And for girls, probably they go dance or volleyball is popular for girls, and usually you start as a kid, and then you continue until I don't know, junior high or high school, and then when you start to work, usually a lot of people stops those those sports because it's it's really hard to continue to pursue free training a week, and the match on the weekend. So when you are adult, the thing that happens is that you go to the gym, or you can have like one match with your friends in football or futsal, and and that's it, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, so
And
that's
then
okay. Sorry.
yeah, you can I don't know, now things are a bit different in from the past, probably because we have internet, we have those things, so a lot of people, I think, that are also interested in video games, absolutely, and in films.
Mhm.
So a lot of people watch films, TV series, and things like that.
Yeah.
And a bit of people like to play video games. A lot of people just scroll all day free time, especially adults. So those are the main activities during the week. Maybe during weekend you can go hiking or you can go to museums.
Yeah, so that is pretty similar to my life back here. So I think there's a pretty
Hmm.
big connection, especially with sports. I know a lot of younger people do play sports here. Not necessarily soccer, but soccer is also very popular here. And yeah, also with like technology being a greater part of like I guess all societies, it makes sense that like video games, movies, like
Hmm.
scrolling is something that's popular in Italy as well. So, more talking about the geography. So, how does city life differ from rural life in Italy?
Oh, well, the main thing is probably that in cities you have things closer. I
Mm,
live in a very agricultural area, and when I moved for university, it it was huge because um, suddenly I was in a city. I had a lot of things to do, a lot of places to go, a lot of people to meet. And when you live far from cities, you have to go far to go to a bar or to go to cinema or also swimming pool. Um, so in city you don't need a car at all. You just go by bus or by foot or by bike. Far from the city, you need to have a car or or like a motorcycle or something like that because distances are really far. Probably not for American standards, but you you have to go. You have to do like 30 minutes by car to, I don't know, go to a cinema
mm,
or thing like that. Also, this is can vary a lot depending on which part of Italy you are in because I am in the north. In the south, you have even less infrastructure. So you have less street in the south, typically less aggregation points, and so it really depends for the Italy.
mhm.
It's very different.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big difference. So,
Hmm.
and for the misconception aspect, what is something you feel people who know nothing about Italy would not expect?
Uh, from what point of view? Mm.
Just like if they came to Italy
Hmm.
and like what is something that while visiting or while living there they wouldn't expect or something they might think is not true but is actually true in Italy.
Uh, I never thought about it, but probably the thing that I've heard from people from other states is probably that people here are really kind with the strangers. They really like to meet new people and to talk to them, to know their stories, and probably this is a thing people doesn't expect because they never experience it. And also, yeah, that people are usually um, amazed about the food, the usual things. I don't really know what misconception people have from outside. Um, Also because Italy is pretty popular,
Hmm.
and so it's yeah, probably I've heard a lot of crazy things people things, but I think probably they are just personal things that people things to know. Like I had a friend of mine did an exchange to New Zealand, and they asked her if we eat pasta in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is not true. We eat a lot of pasta, typically once a day, but not for breakfast or things like that. Or they asked her if she speaks Latin. No, we study Latin, but we can't speak Latin. Okay, oh, not everyone studied Latin. I did not, but you study just the literature. You can't speak it. Like you
Right.
can understand it, but it's not like that. But these are I don't think those are things regular people think.
Hmm. Okay. So thank you so much, Alex. This was a very like interesting interview, and I personally think I learned a lot about Italy, and I'll definitely put it in my bucket list for places to visit. Thank you so much for doing this. Have a great day.
Thanks to you.